Shot rock, the stone just half covered now, sitting top of the 8. Second shot belongs to Sweden as well, back 12. Both these teams with wonderfully curled games. Russia at 93% at the moment. Sweden at 92. The skips outstanding. Moiseyeva at 95. Hasselborg at 90. It's there's no one under the 85%. That's how good this game has been by all 8 players.
Oh, and it hasn't been an open game either, so there's been a lot of great pressure shots, doubles made. Anna just threw that guard. It overcurled just slightly, but good enough to really force Moiseyeva to the in-turn come around.
Great awareness by this team. You know, a couple of years ago, some of these teams would have the seasoning, the experience to, they'd still be trying to blank at this point in time. Now you're not going to be able to blank, so score your 2.
Victoria Moiseyeva. Julia Portanova is in the house. Galina Arsenkina and Julia Guzieva make up the front end. They are from the Adamant Curling Club in St. Petersburg and the Ice Cube, which is, of course, in Sochi and hosted in 2014.
We've got 2 options here. You could play that path, the in-turn path that Russia just came down and came up a little short. You could play a little bit of, you can't see enough for the tap, or you could just come around your own, which is what I think they're going to do, play this out-turn draw.
I think they're worried if you go in-turn, you might set up a yellow double, give Russia a single. This way you put it in the button, there's no yellow double.
Well, and advantage too, she just threw the guard down this spot too, so knows the ice pretty well.
Swedish champions, skipped by 28-year-old Anna Hasselborg, the gold medal winner in Korea out of the Sundbybergs Curling Club, just north of Stockholm. Sarah McManus is in the house. Agnes Nochenhauer and Sophia Mobergs are the front end.
Could put a lot of pressure on Russia. Make this good.
Their only loss coming to Canada last night here in North Bay, on a night when they just looked a little off, that maybe showing some signs of weariness. And then we're going to come up. So shot rock, top.
Oh, it's crazy.
Belongs to Sweden.
I don't know why they didn't keep brushing that, Cheryl. It's through the hole for 2.
It must be the TV curse, because we came over here and both skips 95 and 93%, and then we see 2 misses.
This is not easy, but it's definitely there. You just come through the hole with hack weight, you score 2.
Yeah, it's like they didn't even think of it.
No. Keep brushing as much as you can to shrink that port, if anything.
Could you get the same result? I know there's not much showing with a red angle on the shot stone.
Yeah, I think you could. Yeah, on the intern side, it's pretty well 6-1. You're right.
Having a very good
You
day.
are.
Final stone right now. It's a stolen point for Sweden. Moiseyeva. Nothing yet. Arsenkina is on the right. Guzieva on the left. Picks her up. Got to come through that hole. That hole right there and sit down.
Nice shot.
And they will pick up their 2.
The 2018 Ford World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for over 20 years.
People here in the Memorial Gardens get to see what you see at home. As we continue with our coverage of the Ford Women's World Curling Championship from North Bay, Canada off the ice with a 14-6 win over Italy. 10 straight for Jennifer Jones, so they will get through, finishing first or second, and they will get that bye to the semifinal. Our attention now on Russia and Sweden. Russia scoring the 2 in 9 to take an 8-6 lead. Sweden with last rock. They have the hammer. Coming home, Anna Hasselborg playing the Yellowstone.
Really strange, and Hasselborg, Sweden had that end sewn up right from the get-go, sitting 2-3. She had a free one to sit 2 buried. Once she came up light, they just stood there and watched it as opposed to brushing it as hard as they could to shrink that port that might have created a steal as opposed to a 2.
The U.S. in a 5-5 tie, and this looks like a hit for 2 for the U.S. and Jamie Sinclair.
She's been really very much outplaying Germany at the back end position.
Daniela Jentsch out of the Fusen Curling Club. This will go a long way for the U.S. if they can pick up a 6th win. And there it is to put 2 on the board, take the lead 7-5. Germany has last rock coming home.
Even Russia has just gone quietly about. They could end up walking out of here with another win. They're going to be 7-3. Korea, if they win, they're 7-3. Both tied for second overall.
And wins will put them into the final 6 by both Russia and Korea.
And Russia's just been getting better and better every game we see them.
And it's because for the past 8 years, you know, how many times have we seen it in our country? Difficulty for certain teams to overshadow the others. And a lot of focus on Anna Sidorova. 8 years she's been here in a row. Last year winning the silver medal in Beijing, and she is here as the alternate for this all-rookie team at the Worlds. This is their breakout for Moiseyeva.
This is a really good team. I just timed that one at 6:43, less than 6.5 seconds, hog to hog for that peel. More importantly, perfectly struck. Extremely dangerous team in their head, and they're ahead.
It's going to be a battle here for Sweden to get their deuce. The corner guard, they're trying to come around this corner guard on a turn that swings a lot, and the corner guard's pretty high. Makes sense, just throw another one because it's just too long. You want those corners, you don't get a lot of chances at them. You want them to be on a swingy turn halfway. So they had to throw a second to try to give themselves something to come around that's a little tighter.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? Moiseyeva and their team 92% overall. You just saw there Portanova at 97. Madison Gina at 90. Guzieva, slacker 89. Just dialing it up when it's needed the most. And then Sarah McManus, well curled by both teams.
Yeah, it's not been about any missed shots. It's all been about who makes, who gets there first, and the pressure.
Nej, ingenting till det. Okej. Просто снимем пилом.
Just hung on, that was important.
Прям пойдет наш? Нет? Тогда просто снять.
watch the action. This hits just bang. No choice now. Just come around, get to that shot rock. Try to be as straight as you can here. Right on top.
Bra linje! Håll den lite. Håll igång! Ja! Plats! Ja! Plats! Plats! Ja! Linje! Linje! Håll! Nej! Oh, nej! Oh. Kala! Kala, kala, kala! Perfekt linje! Japp, japp! Japp! Det är okej. Oh, oh.
Perfect.
Right to the nose.
Well, we have another team joining the final six, and that is Korea with a 9-5 win over Japan. So the Olympic silver medalist is through to the playoffs, 7-3. Japan now 4-6.
Даже если я подвожу гард, да, немножко развожу, ей все равно еще нужно что-то делать. Да, единственное, что фриз вот не такой, но что так она снимает, как бы все равно у нее остается вот это лучше.
Может, повыше?
Вот сюда?
Да. Начало
Единственное, чтобы
дома.
вот так очень плохо, потому что так она может тэпать.
Гарда рядом поставить. Начало, вот, да, вот сюда, вот, да, вот сюда, да.
Она будет двойной снимать.
Ну и что?
И тогда
Пока-
нет, и что потом?
Ну, смотреть, чтобы не
поснимаем,
больше
да,
двух
и
отдать.
просто вот сюда совсем не нравится, потому что если она еще может вот этот тэпнуть так, чтобы у нее остался.
Да, не хочется.
Но, в принципе,
Повыше
мне
его.
кажется, пусть лезет.
Пусть бьет, пусть бьет. Надо, чтобы...
Не знаю, мне нравится вот сюда, если честно.
Но не совсем близко.
Нет, не вот так.
Не
Нет,
надо, да.
Вот так.
Хорошо.
Пол камня вообще супер.
Trying to guard a couple things. The red run on the left-hand side, and then you can't leave the
Было сильно. Я сделала сейчас послабее.
yellow on the right-hand side wide open. So maybe just get to center line, top 8.
Yeah, or even short. Like, what if you staggered them? If you come in and Anna has an angle, she runs it in and sits possibly 3, then you're in trouble. What if you staggered those guards? Anna has to peel them. Then you can hit the open one if you want, go to an extra end.
Хорошо.
Just don't find a way to give up a 3 here.
Ага.
Yeah, so your air, I don't mind tucking it if you can.
Yes,
Я не
yeah.
знаю, может, поменьше все-таки.
As long as you can. Like, if you throw top 8 depth and you don't bury it.
Then you're in trouble.
But a freeze works, doesn't it, if it gets to the nose? It's all about line here.
Yeah, no, we just saw that
95-0.
freeze made by Sweden, and it did curl in
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
nice there. So not an issue with a straight spot in the ice at all.
Добавлю.
Skip Stone's here in 10.
Чуть да. Да.
And now Russia is a shot rock. Sweden has second shot. Frozen to the face. All behind a center line guard.
Yikes.
Needs to curl.
Может, надо было чуть-чуть, он прям полностью открыт
That
опять.
was the worry. I'm not
Yeah.
sure he can sit 3. There's a bit of separation.
Just enough, though, Russ.
Yeah.
Slides any deeper.
I think if you hit it a little high side, try to save your yellow.
Jag tror, jag kan ta time.
Now timeout being called by Sweden. And, you know, you forget there is that Swedish stone that is sitting back edge
Yeah, exactly.
of the 12 at around 8 o'clock. There it is.
Hur viktigt är att vi får ut? Viktigast är att vi får ner den.
Ja, jag med.
Få ut, ja.
Och ligga 3.
Ja, ja.
Men chappa lite utsida om något. För att jag vill säga att vi skulle göra så. Och den rullar med. Så ligger
That'll
det
bring
ändå
their
helt
coach
okej.
Maria Fritz to the ice, and
Nej, precis.
very
Men jag bara
familiar,
så
having won the Olympic
Jag tycker att
silver
det ser
and
tajt ut. Men
4 world silvers with Margareta Sigfridsson.
Pratar ni för fart?
9 tänker jag.
Alltså våran kommer ju röra sig, men den kommer inte gå ut, Anna.
Nej, jag är inte säker på att vi får med den. Det är så här mycket mellanrum.
Vi behöver ha lite haj om...
Ja.
Tror inte man behöver spela hårdare än det.
Nej.
Det är bara det är bra så mycket emot, men vi vill
Ja.
inte att den här ska sitta kvar.
Om man inte gör det då, om man skulle typ så här
Spela den
ja, om
då.
man skulle
You
spela
just
den.
almost throw
För att
like
ligga, då ligger den där.
nothing big, like maybe like a board weight, catch that red one just a little bit high side.
Like that.
Yeah.
Kick
And-
this back. Yeah, I think the worry is the harder you throw it, obviously, the more that yellow squirts out that way. But if you could ever
Jag tycker första
kill this one,
Jag är bara lite osäker på att jag tycker att vi ser innan.
leave
att
that
det
red
kanske
one
inte
maybe
fick.
here,
Jag
Cheryl.
bara kommer ihåg Agnes
Hope your shooter hangs on, the one you throw over here somewhere.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure
Vad var det
on
för fart på den då?
Russia if you can leave a bunch of yellows in there.
Ja.
Little unlucky that freeze wasn't slightly better, because then you could hammer this thing down on.
Ja. Man skulle kunna spela hårdare för att då är jag säker på att den här är
You even
kvar.
hit it dead on.
Den ryker. Skulle den ryka
Leave the
så ligger
shot
vi ändå
rock there,
två.
but you'd have a
Då har vi
couple
ändå
raises,
säkert
Cheryl.
tvåa. Ja. Men gillar ni det?
Jag gillar choppen.
8,5. Ja,
You
exakt.
could maybe kill that red one like that. Move the yellow over this way. Stay there. Then you've got them both ways. If that's possible, it's hard to know what's going to happen to that top yellow one.
With this ice, this looks like weight coming down here.
Yeah, interesting.
Lite bruten.
Yeah,
Men...
I would think a little less like a board or something, trying to keep as many yellows in the rings.
Yeah, I don't.
Gillar du isen,
Unless you're
Sara?
trying to get to the inside and leave that situation the way it is.
Looks like it with the ice and the weight.
Oh man.
And the Hasselborg been picked right up by Knockenhauer and Mobergs. This is her first. Headed by the guard first. Angle it back. Oh, now watch where it goes. She's going to get rid of it. No, it'll hang on at the back. And it hangs on the side. And it appears they are sitting right now 1 and 2 Sweden. There's your shot rock.
Brilliant.
Top 12. Second shot at around 9 o'clock. Third shot belongs to Russia. Back 12.
Look at how close she got to that. You couldn't have made that any better.
It's dragged that yellow one back and saved it. Extremely unlucky not to sit 3.
Needing 3 for the win. Oh,
She actually crossed it a bit, which dragged that second one back to save it.
Но она, если что, ей будет не страшно, если мы сделаем вот так. Но двойной ей будет страшно бить, да. Согласна. Вот так, наверное, на нолик. Или побольше.
Tricky
Я
situation
бы
here.
побольше. Чуть. Еще немножко.
Hit this dead on, you sit 2. You sit second and third, but there will be a double if Sweden elects to take it on.
What if you play the long roll in behind,
Yeah, I'd like that.
and then you've got your own stone. If Sweden takes a run at that yellow run, you'll jam on that back red stone, back 12 foot.
You could even draw. Sit first and third.
Might be simpler.
Då borde choppen räcka av 2.
Victoria Moiseyeva
Svip! Oh!
trying to put herself in position here to at least go to an extra. And we'll roll it inside. Look out.
Nice shot.
Now, what are you playing for?
I don't see a 3, do you?
No, I see a 2 and the extra.
Nice shot.
Ja, jag gillar det.
Brilliant.
Pressure shot. And made.
Kommer du ihåg? Ja. 9,5 sådär tror jag.
That rolls a couple feet farther. You could throw a soft weight double. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Det var ju där det gick jätterakt när vi drog. Ja. Yes. Gott om tid, va? Ja. Håll nässoparna hela tiden. Lita på att det är okej spår.
Russia knows as well that with a win, they'll qualify for the playoffs. Sweden has already qualified for the playoffs. A win would put them into the semi-final position, finishing first or second. Staying with it now. You need your 2. And that will do. 2 it is. Means we'll go one more. Russia, Sweden on this Thursday night in Northbury. Well, it's been an impressive week so far for Jamie Sinclair, the U.S. From St. Paul, and the Fairbanks Curling Clubs picks up a win, 7-5 for the USA, so they are now 6-4. One more win will put them in. Their remaining games are against Czech Republic tomorrow, and then tomorrow night to close against Canada on the final day of round robin. But this one will go an extra in an 8-8 tie. Russia will have the last rock coming in the extra, playing the Red Stones. A Russian win will put them into that final 6, playoff 6. Sweden win, and they will join Canada in the semis. But Sweden will have to steal it if they want to get that bye to the Final 4.
I don't see this often enough, and intentional or not, Sweden threw their center guard a little off the center line, so it's a different tick shot look. You have to kind of throw it differently, and you don't throw them. They're usually splitting center line. You're coming into it, and then you'll kind of put this back one tucked. There was teams for a few years doing that intentionally because the tick was being made way too often because it just looked the same over and over again. Then you see this, if the top one's peeled, then you move the center guard over just a little bit more towards the center line.
You'd almost like to tick the back one, wouldn't you? The good one.
Yeah, I think it over curled enough, but you could maybe just hair the top one and get by. Real close.
Sweep! Whoa! Sweep! Sweep! Sweep!
Yulia Guzieva. And will push it through and come through, coming back.
It was one of those ones you're playing the either or.
Yeah.
And they got by the top one so tight it knocked out the back one.
Det var rätt, va?
Ja. 10. Jag gillar det. Ja.
This is the one you want to be a good one. This could be the one you guard for the rest of the end for the steal if you're Sweden. So make this one good.
Bra linje!
Yes, T!
Magnus Knockenhauer.
Okej, upp då!
T4!
Jättefin linje!
She and Sarah McManus, the third, Hannah Hasselborg, all winning that 2010 World Junior Championship. And who did they beat? Rachel Holman. As she draws it around to the top 4.
Perfect. Couldn't have carried it down in a better spot. Team Peel here, they've been able to throw these so accurately with so much speed. There's a slight angle here. You might get both.
Ja. Gör det. Ja.
Guard, and more guards for Sweden. Probably a long one. Keep a little bit of depth, keep some space.
Yeah, especially with Russia. Will make a lot of stones go away in a quick time period.
Ligger där på din kvast, Anna.
Håll höjd!
På din kvast. Ligger på din kvast.
Behöver dra den lite nu. Japp! Japp!
Get some curl here. You want to line these up.
Japp! Wow! Härligt. Känns som att det där är typ en optimal.
Looks like a lot of finish just at the very end.
Yeah.
See, it kind of tips off the center line.
Kalina Arsenkina. First extra end game for both these teams this week.
Feet of ice here, 11th end. It's a really nice surface. You can tell it's not slowing down either.
Nej, samma linje. Gå nästan rakare. Se längre ut.
Wow, Eka!
Se längre ut för mig. Agnes. Börja jobba. Japp.
They just keep enough legs on it to get to the center line, and then it just comes off.
Bra, tjejer.
Well brushed.
A little more angle.
Sweep!
Julia Portanova.
Sweep! Wow! Där, svoj!
And runs it by and just.
Man. So huge, because if you ever get that thing, it makes life a lot easier for Russia. Oh.
Было страшно, что в конце, что наш останется.
Stays like this, Cheryl, what do you do? Like if you could... Anna Hasselberg just blocks off that out-turn draw.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going. The rock placement by Sweden's been perfect so far. Every shot. Forced them to a tough tick. They missed it. Like, these are fabulous. The separation.
Reminder, Sports Centers immediately following.
Känns jätteplatt. Tack. Och så.
Sweep! Wow, svoj. Där.
One more time.
Does Russia go around?
I wonder at one point you might have to think about it, because they throw another perfect guard on here.
The in-turn tap would be really hard. You could run that back, make the double, blank the end, assuming Anna doesn't come in the rings.
If you're Sweden, would you think about maybe coming down and trying to stagger the guard that's cover the shot stone?
With their last one, Vic, yeah, for sure.
Okay, not now.
Don't think so.
All right.
You could, I guess you could. They'd peel it. Depends what happens there. You could.
Russia may know that. Russia may want to get a chance at a draw on her first one.
Yeah, give her a little practice.
Depends where this lands.
Wow! Våga Eka, den är ingen fara för linje.
Aldrig. Helt okej linje,
Bra
bara sitta.
linje. Vi behöver aldrig dra den. Nej, räcker det. Räcker.
Just superb positioning.
Jättelösen. Men det känns ju så. Ja.
Might have to draw.
Men
Yeah,
bra.
it's perfect.
Men jag förstår
Don't
vad
make the
du
double
eller
peel.
vad
If
du
you
menar,
peel
men
off
jag
the
tyckte
top
att det
one,
var-
Одна его может вытолкать.
Sweden goes short on that out-turn
Снимай
side.
сейчас просто.
Look at how perfect, though, that top 4-foot stone is to even
Мы можем
draw there.
попробовать привести и
You're going to be
чуть
open if you're shot.
Даже смотри, даже если мы вот так привозим, она его вот так делает, в принципе, у меня
У нас
есть
двойной.
Просто снимать практически точно один.
You can try to tap out the middle rock. So hack weight or tap it out of the way, then if and either guards it or leaves you the button.
Можно вот так привести? Ну, вот так.
Можно?
Can you get the in-turn? Do you think there's enough room to get the in-turn on shot stone?
Yep, that's
might-
there too.
Если типа сюда вести, она тоже
Just
закроет.
try and tap it back for.
So timeout called, one available in the extra, and so once again we'll see Sergei Belanov.
Просто одно единственное место, чтобы он стоял и лучше, и чуть-чуть подмазан.
The tap with the intern tap is, if you don't tap it far enough, you're done.
Yeah, like you need to get it to back
Что-то
forefoot.
может быть, если мы
And you
чуть-чуть его
can't see very
оттолкнем,
much of
чтобы
it.
через него потом сыграть. Но
But this is over buried on the outturn.
Просто если я сниму один, она привезет вот
You
сюда.
get to the corner, you might be able to run your long red. There's a red guard up
Надо
there.
вести, но вести надо лучше. Пусть бьет.
просто одно единственное место, и она,
See it
скорее
through
всего...
everybody's feet on the
Ну
upper
да.
Что делать?
left-hand corner. So if you can get the right
Девочки,
angle
надо
on this,
проходить
maybe
сюда.
you
Пусть
run.
она
You see that
бьет,
little red guard.
у тебя, и второй
Get the
бросок
angle
уже
on
там
this. You
посмотришь,
use
как
that to run in for your last.
Цеплять, вот, да, беленькое цеплять.
Если будет сильнее, говорим сразу и пытаемся
Смотри,
его...
мы тогда тебе с 8 стояли, мы подвинулись.
Might be the easiest,
Да,
which doesn't
пришел
sound
вот
easy.
сюда в упор. Ну, вот 4
но
фута
это
у нас
было
стоял, вот здесь.
сильно и...
Вот здесь 4 фута стоял.
Да,
Мы
и
с 8
мягенько.
было.
Но мне нравится
Скажи, как
чуть-чуть
нравится,
больше.
и все, да.
Еще чуть-чуть
We
больше.
talk about the middle one. I think you really could tap that middle one. It's not easy.
Поддержим.
Yeah, you could.
Что?
Лучше поддержим.
So Sweden trying to steal
Мне нравится.
their way to the win here in this extra, and as you can see, Russia this week hasn't been very charitable.
No, they haven't.
Хорошо.
Unbelievable rock placement by Sweden this end. Like those guards to not give any kind of a double. So much separation. Really gave nothing. Russia nothing this entire end. Still nothing. This is a tough shot.
They're going behind shot rock.
No, I think they're just going to try and corner freeze it so they can maybe run that red guard of theirs in as
Отличная
a
линия.
Линия отличная.
last-ditch effort.
I think if you tapped it a hair and stayed on the corner, so it'll definitely curl in here.
Очень
To get
много
the right
линий.
line.
Если что, Юля. Легко.
Kuzeyeva on the left, Addison Kina on the right,
Галя. Свип. О. Да-да-да.
and down to the corner.
Oh, that's pretty perfect.
Fantastic shot. Fantastic.
That's a deep breath and a sigh of relief.
Ja, hon har ju att hon kan trycka ut här också på sidan, men...
Now it's a little tricky because you need to throw,
Ja, lägg hög va?
you need to guard this.
Men, ja,
But
men
that red run's going to be there unless you come.
Det känns ju lättare.
That's not a picnic, though, is it?
No, but it's a chance, which they didn't have before that.
Ja.
Så eller? Gillar du det?
You can't really take it away either, Cheryl. If you know, you'd have to be this deep to take away that run that you're talking about. This shot over here to take that out like that. As soon as you did that, that's even easier.
Sätter den ganska rakt kanske?
I think you just guard and hope.
Mer rakt när jag spelar där.
Can't really hit the red one because there's a come around the exact same shot that Victoria just threw. Maybe 3 feet more weight makes it easy.
But if we're looking at it like this, do you not think the in-turn now just pick that shot stone is there or
Yes.
not?
Yeah, tough.
It's there.
Lite mer än förra va? Eller?
That was a great corner freeze.
Jag tror det här är lugnt.
The outturn tap is barely there. The in-turn pick is barely there. So you take away the easiest of the two. Draw the button still there too, actually. They're going to curl as well as these guys are.
Well, they can get around those two then.
Yeah, around this guard right to the pin is also available for Russia.
Jättefin linje. Håll den lite. Håll den lite. Okej linje. Bara sitta. Håll den lite. Du håller den bra, Fia.
Sitta nu.
Den ligger bra. Den ligger jättebra.
Outstanding. Both teams at 91%. So now what are you looking for? The draw? Is that what she's going to play?
Overcurled
Yeah.
if anything, because that's not really in the way of the draw.
Alltså,
And,
hon drar ju oavsett.
Team Russia just threw it.
Hey, you move it over like a foot and a half. You look at the draw path that they're going to come in on, and you would like to guard that. You weren't really ever going to worry about guarding that tap.
Мы встали чуть-чуть пошире.
I have to think she'll be close. Just threw it. A little bit wider, though. Maybe a pound slower.
Хорошо.
Reminder now, the Russian win would put them into the playoffs. They would go to 7-3. So, needs a little bit of the button. Moiseyeva, Guzieva, Arsenkina, waiting for this to break now. Needs to really hook and stop, hook and stop, hook and stop, and it will slide too far.
Good game.
Try.
And so it will be Sweden picking up a steal against the team that has this week been the hardest to steal against. Make the final 9-8, and with that, Sweden is now through to the semifinal along with Canada. So the gold medal winner goes to 10-1, and we know those two teams, Canada and Sweden, will get the free pass to the semifinals. Korea, with their win over Japan, have now qualified for the playoffs. And so coming up tomorrow, what a day it's going to be. The final day of round robin play. It'll start with Canada against Japan, and we'll have it for you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time across the full network.